wrap up before we get started?
Maybe a reminder of where we were, because I don't exactly
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
Well,
So let me activate the scene.
yeah, I believe we stopped at the point where we found a peaceful grotto, almost suspiciously so, and stopped there to take our breath. We we returned to the vaults, hoping to finish our business with the Death Knight, but he locked the door. That treacherous scum. And so we had to explore the rest of the dungeon. I believe there were mycoids, mushrooms, monsters, and the giant mole rat that that caused irreparable
it was a
damage to
mole
me.
rat. Yeah, I remembered something tunneled through a wall,
Yes.
but I forgot it was a mole rat. Yeah.
Well, that was it looked a lot like a mole rat, but it was much larger, and it is known as a Scholn. As a reminder, here's what it looked like.
It currently put Soma in the hardest predicament to date, because now she has nothing to wear.
Yes, with the adamantine claws or whatever.
Yeah. Although, I mean, once we get out, I think I will just get a studded leather. So I spent two weeks deciding what kind of armor to buy, and just now decided that probably studded leather would be the easiest one.
Okay.
Were we planning on taking a break here before continuing?
I think so. I mean, the room that you found here was this surprising little refuge with like a clean spring of fresh water, and it seems to be out of the way enough here that it's unlikely that any wandering monster might find its way here. So yeah, that was definitely on the table to take a rest.
All right. Shall we just call it 30 minutes or 20 minutes or something? Enough to refocus and do like one round of healing?
Yeah, probably.
By me?
All right.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still trying to get logged in. It's taking its time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I logged in an hour ago.
It's weird that it takes so long for you. I mean, in Russia, that may have all sorts of reasons, but Anthony shouldn't take that long.
I don't know. Like, I don't think anything is supposed to block like specifically Foundry, and if something did block Foundry, I have the unblocker running. So like, I think it's just weird.
Is it slow for you, Sam, when you log in?
Not particularly. I think it was 30 seconds, 1 minute, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in now, so.
Okay, that's good enough. All right, so yeah, half-hour rest was suggested.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, is there any conditions on anyone to medicine away? Otherwise,
I don't think so.
Yeah. I think so, because otherwise I don't think we even need to practice mundane medicine right now. environment sounds are pretty loud. Let me tune them down a bit.
All right. Yeah, so you take a half-hour rest, and indeed, it is quite the little oasis within all of the horrors of the vaults that you have stumbled upon here. So are we ready to move on?
I think so.
Okay, so you continue to explore the narrow tunnel that snakes through this part of this level. And a little further down, you hear the lapping of waters onto the shore, and you spy up ahead the shore of that large underground lake that you had crossed in a rowboat not too long ago.
Okay, let's see. My light.
Yeah, walking along the shoreline for a little bit, you finally come upon a rubble-filled passage that slopes steeply downward from where you are. And as you kind of like peer down that winding corridor, the ceiling undulates and there's an echoing chitter that fills the air as you spot what must be hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny subterranean bats that cover pretty much every last inch of the ceiling of that passage.
Wow.
And they grow a little agitated by the light that falls in, but all they're doing at this point is kind of like flap away deeper into the passage to get out of the glaring light that you're shining into that passage that seems to go way into the distance and further down, down, down.
Maybe we should move along before we upset the locals.
Okay. Leaving that passage be for now, you continue on, and these green crystals that you had seen previously on that rocky outcropping of an island where you fought that strange bird start to poke out of the walls, and you continue onward, and then there's this weird little fork in the road where you could follow along the shoreline or squeeze through a narrow corridor that will eventually, either one of those ways will eventually get you to the shore across from that little island that is covered in crystals as you've seen it from when you were standing on that island yourself. And yeah, it's a strange sight, and there's this humming sound that seems to emanate from all of these crystals as if they're like slightly vibrating at all times. So maybe they are just resonating with the sounds that you're making. But it's not unpleasant. It's not deafeningly loud or anything like that. And just an eerie backdrop.
Can I make
did we,
some?
did we hear that hum on the island as well?
I would, well, yeah, I guess so. Yep, yep. You just didn't really pay too much attention because of the bird.
Probably.
The stupid bird.
Yeah.
Stupid bird.
Can I make some sort of knowledge check on the crystals?
Yes, you can. Yeah, roll recall knowledge. All right. You don't think they are hazardous? You think that if you were to like they are truly resonating sounds, they're not really producing them themselves. But if you think that if you were um to like ping one of them, uh kind of like a tuning fork, that would probably cause a chain reaction as they all would feed into each other, and there would be quite a loud noise coming resulting from that. But
Mm.
it doesn't strike you as anything hazardous. Quite curious though.
These crystals are very peculiar. I can't quite put my paw on it, but they I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Have you guys ever seen anything like this before?
Did we ever
No,
see
but
anything like this
maybe.
before?
Uh,
I don't know, did you?
I don't think so.
maybe we can. Maybe we can take a little sample and do some research when back in town.
How do you take a sample?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Nap off one of the crystals.
Okay. So you, I don't know, using your weapon, or how would you do that?
I
I think
suppose
Ottardo would start with first just try to like just snap it off,
yeah.
but like by hand.
I, I don't think that's, I mean,
So
crystals are
so it
pretty solid.
okay. So that was okay. So it is firmly implanted and not breaking off easy, right?
No, they're like solid rocks, basically.
Okay. Well, we do have a whole array of implements to use.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, Sandy can probably just smash something with his maul,
Okay.
but Ottardo does have a repair kit. I assume he would have something more delicate,
Hmm.
just chisel something away.
Okay. So you take out some some implements, some tools from your repair kit, and you try to chisel off a piece of crystal. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so you start chiseling away, and as you hit that makeshift chisel, the impact of it kind of like resonates through the piece of crystal, and just like Bark, just like you thought, it quickly ramps up the volume of it. The sound waves go back and forth between all of the other crystals. The whole stretch of the cavern starts to erupt in this like humming, crescendoing sound that gets louder and louder. At some point, it is so loud that you need to cover your ears. But it doesn't go beyond that stage, so it's not really harmful. But it takes quite some time for the noise to die down as all of these resonances eventually echo and fade away. Um, and that was just from a few taps, so you didn't even chisel the whole thing off yet.
Hmm.
Uh, maybe we don't do that. That's weird, strange, very strange phenomenon. Um, do you think it's possible that these crystals could have something to do with why the Gauntlight is here? Like
Hmm.
some
Well, we
sort of
didn't.
power buried deep underground?
Yeah, maybe, but we didn't really see anything like these crystals outside, and like the only the only potent glass implements that we have are these strange lenses, and they don't seem to be carved from these crystals. They probably made from something, some enchanted glass or something, because they are of different colors, and these crystals are green.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. I'm just speculating.
I know, it's okay. It's probably some sort of natural environment for the Darklands. We should ask Draub when we get there. Maybe they know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I missed you continuing. Yeah. So you continue from that shoreline further south, and there's another opening that takes you away from the lake and kind of snakes back every now and then in these little turns, and then finally it narrows even further. You'll have to squeeze through, which you can. I'm not sure if Foundry will let your tokens move through there because it gets real tight. But it is not, it is a little bit further from here, and eventually you recognize the place as the large cavern where you fought all of those Erdefan opens up in front of you, and you find yourselves back at the site of the battle.
Huh.
Yeah, so you circled all the way back to the Erdefan war camp.
This place is big.
Sure is.
Hey, has anyone seen Stick? I think I lost him somewhere back there. Oh, there he is.
Where's your stick? Come on, find your stick.
Wow. This place is just kind of keeps going and going, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Does wasn't there a tunnel or something back there that we skipped by? Should we try to see what that is? I mean, I don't know where else there is to go in here. Actually, there seems to be a lot off to the east. We only got some glimpses of it.
Um,
But
What
you
are-
also know what to expect to the east.
Do I?
If you
I
recall.
don't know if I do.
We were promised a dragon, I believe.
Oh, wait, what? Was I here for that?
That's a good question. But you basically had the choice of fighting the horror in that foggy
Oh,
passage,
yeah, okay, yeah, that's vaguely familiar.
yeah, or the dragon, and you chose the foggy horror.
Yeah, you know, I have to admit, with all the craziness we keep running into down here, drowls and giant mole rats and psychic birds and all this, I've kind of lost track of what exactly it is we're looking for down here.
well, we're not really looking for something. We just maybe want to help Belcora move on to the other world, to the next life,
Right, but
so that she no longer threatens, the whole island with destruction.
that helping sounds very benevolent. I don't get the feeling that's how it's going to go down, but
Yeah. I mean,
um,
I mean, technically we kind of just stumbled into the Darklands here because the Gauntlight kind of ended, and we in hindsight we probably should look for other levels to go down the Gauntlet and out of the Darklands, because right now we really don't have, well, not exactly, we don't have anything to do here, because apparently a lot of these magical lenses for the lighthouse have been scattered here.
do we need to? Do we need to find these lenses for anything? I mean, we know that they are very powerful, but and why are they all down? Why are they down here? Why aren't they in the Gauntlight?
I don't know.
Are those lenses for the Gauntlight?
Oh, actually, wait
What
a
else?
second.
What else would they be for? They're
Yeah,
giant
Simon,
lenses. They for
I think it's time for someone to roll her Roseguard lore, because maybe it's something to do with Roseguard.
Okay. You can
Because,
do the recall knowledge.
if the previous party actually did something about it, she would have to know about it.
Yep, yeah, but you can just roll recall knowledge. You don't need to say which one.
Okay, wait a second, I'll
Right.
find it again.
Um, well, you don't remember anything about any lenses with the rose guard. I would say, yeah, but I would say that like your occult knowledge would tell you that Belcora as a ghost, somehow she needs to like focus these energies that she wants to use to lay waste to Otari and Absalom and the island. And these lenses seem like such a focus in a way, but also the fact that she was very upset about seeing them in your hands makes you think that they are important. And all in all, yeah, you don't really have a clue how you would use them against her, but it does seem to be important somehow. If only there was a way to learn more about them.
Yeah, I know.
If only there was some way. Perhaps
Well,
this is a matter we need to discuss with someone on the surface. I mean, they don't. I guess we've exhausted the extent of the knowledge of the locals, haven't we?
Yeah, we kind of already tried, like, and Wendy already conceded her her expertise basically to us.
Well,
speaking of the surface, like you mentioned, these might work on the light on top of the gauntlet. We can go and check that. I mean, that we probably don't want to be messing much with that because we weren't here, Bark. But at one point, the gauntlet shed some undead animating ray onto Otari and raised the dead from the cemetery.
what? And I missed that? Yeesh.
Well, you probably were in the grove. It was like 3 weeks ago, and in the night.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't even around. Like, I was somewhere else. Way
Oh.
off. Anyway.
I'll also say that what Soma was saying about you kind of stumbling off into the Darklands and finding your way back to the actual Gauntlight, that's definitely a good point. That on this level here, and to some extent the level above, you were exploring a lot more natural caverns, some of which may have predated Belcora's presence, and there's a whole lot of like wild monsters that seem to have just stumbled in. So, I mean, I'm gonna point you back to those structures that you found that are still around this level that you haven't explored. I guess what I'm trying to say is, yes, that you'd probably find more information related to Belcora in the actual vaults and the actual Gauntlight. So finding your way back towards those man-built structures versus the caverns might make sense.
Okay, but did we see anything that could be part of the gauntlet on this level?
Well, it's the one where drow hiding. I mean, I think there was definitely a wall of gauntlet there, and I'm not sure about this structures where the dark folk hid, but those might have been locally sourced.
Well,
And the whole building that you were kicked out of by the Grave Knight.
There's that.
There's the Grave Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole no, we didn't really go any deeper in these structures. I mean,
I'm noticing now, like just north of where we met the what are they called? Like the humanoids that are dark and shadowy. The one that
Uh,
had a cult that inhaled mushroom smoke.
oh yeah, the what were they called? Yeah, but we know who
Caligni,
you're talking about.
right? I think they're
Caligni,
called
Caligni,
yes.
Caligni
right.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
So this and Ottardo points. I don't know if how far away really that is, but vaguely. So that's where the Caligni were, and I guess we wouldn't see it from here, because it is dark, right? It is all dark.
Yeah, except for like some of the bioluminescent mushrooms and stuff.
Mm.
And again, the distances, if you don't measure them with a ruler here, there's a little bit of a condensed version.
Mm. So just north of the Caligni building, I'm seeing like a round thing. I don't
Yes,
remember
that's
seeing that.
pretty clearly the like the main shaft of the Gauntlight going further down, but you have not seen any entrances to it.
Okay, so we've just seen the structure, but not how to enter it. Okay, because I don't remember
Yeah.
that part at all. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, we just kind of walked around that from what I remember.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
Uh, I don't know. Um, I mean, we could go back to the where uh, there was a bit of land we didn't, a bit of tunnels we didn't explore where we were attacked by the Shoal. So on the other side.
That's true.
Otherwise, I don't know. What do you feel? Where do you feel we should go?
I mean, yeah, no, maybe I'll follow your lead because I'm very turned around in here. There's something about a dragon and there's lenses and Belcor is swooping around the place and being all, attacking us at odd intervals. It's pretty chaotic down here. So any direction is good.
All right, so maybe we can go back up that, basically go uh, all the way back.
All the way back around. Okay, then stay where you are. I'm gonna just remove you, and then I'll place you on the map where at that fork in the road that you were mentioning. So, Bark, Ottardo, Sandy, Soma, and Stick. There you are. Right here. So, yeah, to the left you would get to the tunnel that where you fought the Sholn, and you're looking at that pool of black ooze in front of you, and as you move a little bit further, Bark to the south, you spot a massive double doors that are made of what looks like black and green stone. There's an oxidized bronze lock that has a keyhole but no handles. Um, yeah, the greenish hue in that black stone that kind of like streaks through it is of a nauseating hue. It just looking at it makes your stomach turn, even if you're not that color perceptive as some of you may be. Um, but yeah, it's just gross to look at.
Well, this is new and unpleasant.
Uh, did we have a bronze key at some point?
Let me see.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
You look through all of the keys in your possession, but none of them seem to match this lock.
And we can't pick it either.
Well, unfortunately, not anymore.
Hmm. Well, then no handle, you said, on this side, right?
No handles, no.
Oh,
May
Ottardo is going to just try pushing the door.
Yeah,
Okay,
last
gently
one
push
won't.
it.
Oh, wait, hang on, hang on, Ottardo.
Bark backs up a little bit,
Okay, go for it.
and Ottardo gives it a gentle push. It doesn't seem to budge at all. Touching that black stone, it's like weirdly moist, and maybe if your fingers touch some of the green streaks that run through it, it's also kind of feels weird, almost mossy in texture, even though it's clearly some kind of stone. But it doesn't budge at all.
Hmm. I guess we'll just have to come back later.
Okay, you leave the creepy doors behind and turn towards the natural cavern tunnel stretching towards the northeast. And as you turn that corner a little further, you come into this this stretch of a cavern where you spot the remains of some horrifying battle, maybe? It looks like it because there are bones and discarded viscera that are just strewn across the cavern, all over the place. And there's a trail of gruesome remains that winds down from where you are and then kind of seems to go around the corner here.
Does it look like something's been feeding here?
It's hard to tell. You can give me a recall knowledge.
Okay, but recall knowledge.
Okay. So it really just looks like carnage to you. It doesn't really look like feeding, because with feeding you would expect like a quick point where something got killed and then maybe some remains of whatever couldn't get eaten, but this looks like something was just brutally mutilating some its prey if it was prey, and it looks much more like battle than feeding.
Okay.
Okay, Sandy and Ottardo explore that cavern, and you see, yeah, there's that around that corner. There's another passage that connects to it, and there's a wider cavern that connects to the south. But as you get to the opening of this cavern here, something might happen. So let's see where we are on the initiative, and we'll take it from there. I'll just roll for everyone. Nope, I'll just roll for myself, I guess. And then I'll roll for everyone. Okay. All right. Okay, so Bark, you spot something. You spot some movement around the corner down there. You don't really see a creature per se, but you do see some movements in the shadows created by your light spells. And it looks like Ottardo and Sandy are walking right into it.
Guys, look out! There's something down there.
I guess I'll use an action to point out. Isn't that what it's called?
or
Yeah, that's good.
try to direct them to it. Can you ping where I'm seeing it, Simon?
Yes, here.
Around
And
the corner.
actually,
Okay.
I mean, point out, like I said, you only saw like but it isn't undetected by you. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can point out without seeking. Because whatever is there, it's still hidden from you, but it's not undetected. And now that you've pointed it out, it is also no longer undetected for Ottardo and Sandy.
Okay. I'm gonna use a second action to get a little closer to make sure.
Oh,
And
it's
all of
even
these
counting the actions now.
It tells you how many actions it takes. That's cool.
That's cool.
Oh, it does. All right.
Yeah, I'll get a little closer, and then I will use my last action to point out that I guess I'll just, I don't have many one action things to do, so I will just say stay close to me.
Okay, now let's see if this works. There should be something here that is hidden from you. But I guess it didn't work, did it? No, crap. Never mind. But that's okay. And think, sorry, it's this new visibility thing that I'm trying out. So there should be something hidden from you.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. All right. Sorry. Do you have actions left?
No, I used all 3. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll progress.
Then we're going to Ottardo.
Okay.
Something seems to be lurking in that cavern or in that passageway.
Ottardo will try to seek it.
Okay.
Is
So
there a
roll it.
specific action for that, or is it just perception? Seek. There is seek.
Third seek. Okay. Oh. Oh, hang on here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I guess you spot the thing. Let me see. Can I just do this? So now. Did it work? I guess not.
I think so. Ottardo can see it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh.
Sandy can't.
All right. So you seek what it is that's moving in there. Maybe trying to shine your light more closely into that opening, and as you spot it, you wish you hadn't, because the creature, at first you think maybe it's some sort of spider because it has these spider-like legs, but then you see eyes and even more eyes running all over the back and the spine of the creature, and it is this like slavering nightmare that seems to consist only of eyes and teeth and spindly legs.
Shit.
And it is large in size, and it is kind of like lurking in there. You see it kind of like hunched down. It's clearly waiting to pounce.
I remember seeing this thing in a book called A Monster Manual, but I can't remember what it does. But I do know that I'm terrified of it.
Is it on the floor or like spidery?
Yes, it is on the floor.
Dropping down
Yeah,
on the floor.
ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ottardo clearly sees that it is like trying to catch us in ambush.
That's what it looks like. That's what it was trying to do.
Okay, well, Ottardo is going to defensive advanced on it.
Okay.
So raise a shield, and he is going to strike just up to here. Whoops.
And as you move into that square, I mean, the way that you described it and the way that the ability seems to work, it would be pretty obvious that you've spotted it and you're moving towards attacking it. It is going to use its reaction to skitter back into that passage. 10 feet. Oh, that was 15. 10 feet. Here we are. Now you
Uh,
can finish your action.
well, he has no actions left, and he can't strike it from there. So that's it for Ottardo.
Well, but don't you, I mean, it doesn't, it happens during your move, so can't you complete your move?
Ottardo doesn't want to follow a strange creature
Okay.
into tight quarters. Yeah,
Makes
no.
sense. And after it like skittered back in there, the next thing it does is that it comes skittering back out as it notices that you don't advance any further. And now what it does is a little complicated here. So it strides once. So it comes out of the passage, moves right on top of Ottardo, basically, right here. And it targets you and strikes you with one of its legs. 32 misses. And then it continues its attack here, moving over here. As it walks, its joints pop with every move, and its spindly legs kind of like click over the stone floor as it abandons all stealth. But still, for the purposes of this attack, it would still be well, it would still be hidden for Sandy. So let's see if that works. Oh, that's a
Th-
critical
it-
hit.
Does it have some ability making it hit?
What do you mean making it hit?
Because it's like in plain sight now, unless it has something.
Well, it moves. This is all still part of the action that will reveal it. You know, when you attack from stealth, you become visible basically after, but the attacks still get the benefits of being hidden, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not entirely sure, but it's not gonna change anything
Okay,
for this attack. Yeah.
so it catches Sandy unawares here, and then
Uh,
does 46 points of damage.
Ottardo is going to use his reaction, so that's 13 points of resistance to Sandy, and so that's 33 through. Okay. And Ottardo will take his um, strike. Can I target it? Yes.
Okay, you hit it. And you do 17 points of damage to it, and some persistent damage riding on that. All right, so you give it you hit it in passing, and it continues to skitter on even further, all the way over here, where it now does its third attack at full attack bonus, hitting Bark for 22 points. And now becoming visible to all. I think that worked. Right? Everybody can see it now. And that is actually just 2 of its actions. And now with the third action, it's going to try to bite Bark because that's where it's currently.
What the heck did I do?
But now it's taking the -10. Oh, but it still
You
manages
thought
to
it
hit.
would-
So that's another 26 points of damage for Bark. And
Really? What did I do?
And thanks to improved grab, it doesn't need to spend an action to get the grapple check. But a 22 against Bark is most likely a failure. Is that right? Oh, I had Bark selected. Sorry, I was wrong. That seems more like it. So he barely manages to succeed, but it's enough to grab Bark in its mouth with its horrifying jaw. And then it's Soma's turn. Oh,
Damn,
there's some
a lot of
spirit
stuff
damage.
happened.
Yes. This thing bursts out of the corridor, just lashing out at everyone and grabbing Bark in its monstrous jaw. Or jaws.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, the action economy will not let Soma do much at the moment, because first I think first she will have to run in. It's the ruler, sorry. So that's one action, then she will turn on the defense, because at this point we're in a situation where the 60-foot emanation actually doesn't reach Ottardo, so now it should. Okay, and now I have only one action left, and so and I can't actually do anything with one action because I have a loot in my hands, and all my spells take 2 actions, and I can't even punch at that thing. So I will have tried to. Is it? Can we tell if it's sentient or not?
I mean, what do you mean sentient? To what degree? Do you mean if it's intelligent enough to communicate with it?
I'll try to do more later.
So far, it seemed to it behaved like a predatory animal more than an intelligent creature. But who knows? It's pretty monstrous in its appearance.
Yeah, I'll
Try to
do
demoralize
more
it.
later. Yeah, it's one action.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
and a horror like that seems to be hard to impress
apparently so.
with words or sounds.
Well,
Sandy.
hopefully Sandy can horrify it better.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy sure will try. He rages, steps, and then he will apply maul.
I think now that Sandy is wearing lighter armor, he can rage as a free action.
Okay, so I didn't do it. I was going to ask because he wasn't seeing anything. Would he have had cause to rage?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, yes, let's say as soon as the threat becomes, as he becomes aware of the threat, he'll start raging, because that's, I think, is the intent of that rule. I know we rolled initiative when there wasn't a threat, but yeah, let's assume that he's raging when he becomes aware of the threat.
Okay, for free as part of the.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well,
Because the start of initiative is as an abstract concept, it doesn't really apply all the time.
all right. Well,
okay, so critical hit. Ooh, brutal blow to the, like, knocking out some of its spindly legs. You hear that cracking and popping sound of its joints as some of them get dislodged by Sandy's brutal swing. And let's see if it falls prone. No, it succeeds. So it has too many legs to be knocked over like that.
okay. Well, that means he has one more action, which he will use to attempt to strike again.
And there's a hit. and 30 more points of damage as he badly injures the creature. And then it's Bark's turn. You find yourself currently grabbed in the creature's jaws.
Yeah, that's not where I want to be. Is there anything I can do to? It's already badly. Wow, Sandy's been doing a number on. Okay. I'll just yell out to the others. Keep going at it. I've got it occupied. And shit, that's only effective against undead. Can I cast the spell while I'm being grappled? Is that impose some
Yes,
sort
you
of
can.
like? Do I need to?
If it has the manipulate trait, there's a DC 5 flat check, or it might be lost. The action might be lost.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the art, but does this thing actually have like multiple heads? Does it look like it could take multiple bites out of people, or is it
No, it has one set of jaws.
one set of jaws? Okay. Well, at least I'll be keeping those jaws occupied, I guess.
Oh, I see where you're saying the art. Yeah, no, they kind of work as one attack.
Okay. Then I am going to take one action to try to recall knowledge about this thing, because I don't think
Okay.
anyone knows what we're dealing with, really.
And neither do you. This a nightmare of a creature certainly is not a child of nature. This is some sort of horrific aberration, you're pretty sure, but you have no clue where it came from or what it can do.
Let's say, get treed! And I'm going to drop a tree on it.
All right, so let's see that flat check for the manipulate trade.
Let's see. There we go.
Nice. And there goes the timber. It needs to roll its reflex, so it fails.
And a whole 13 points.
And
A lot of ones in there.
13 points of damage on it. Okay. And then it's Ottardo's turn.
Okay, Ottardo is going to make. Oh. Okay, so Ottardo will do a defensive advance to approach, raise a shield, and attempt to strike. Miss. And then he is going to take a step to the side to try to keep both Bark and Sandy within reach of him. And that's his turn.
Okay. The creature's turn. So it needs to spend an action to maintain the grab or the grapple. But because it has improved grab, it automatically succeeds at that when it expends that action. So that's its first thing. The second thing is that Bark, you feel those jaws kind of starting to clench shut and push harder and harder. Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, I don't like that. Fortitude.
It is in the chat.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
You hit it exactly, so you only take half damage here. Half of this.
Ottardo's going to use his reaction here.
Right, because it's any kind of damage. Yep.
Yeah, so that's 13 points of resistance to Bark.
As you kind of like wedge your weapon into the jaws, trying to ease some of the pressure. And then you leverage it open. You hear the jaws pop out of their socket as you do 18 points of damage to it. And then they snap back and with a sickening sound. And the creature starts to move away. With its third action, it's going to use its full speed here of 40. And it's going to back into that.
Oh, I
path.
think Sandy. Yes, Sandy has reactive strike, which does
Yep.
leaves a square during a move. Yeah.
Yep. See that?
Just to be clear, did I not take any damage from that bite because of the resistance?
No, you should. Well, you.
Does the resistance apply before or after it's halved?
After it's halved.
Okay, then it's down to 0. Okay.
Yep. Sandy misses as the thing rushes past him. Maybe he didn't expect it to retreat, but it can move at full speed as it retreats into the passage, carrying off Bark with it.
Well, that's bad.
And then we have the persistent damage here. Making recovery. All right. Souma.
Well, someone will can only someone yell no and run after it. So, let me see. So it's with shift, right, to make it a waypoints. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you move down there, and then
Yeah, that's well. That's at least two
Okay,
actions.
two moves.
And yeah, and with I have only one left, so I suppose I should just get defense back online, and I will make it lingering for now. Well,
okay.
no,
Do that
I won't.
Form check. No, you do the regular inspire defense. Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll get it right now.
Okay, Andy.
Sandy is going to rush after the creature. I think he does have enough movement, alright.
Ooh, and he misses it. Maybe the narrow corridor is making it hard for him to swing that giant maul around. But he misses it twice. Oops, sorry. Bark. Still being grabbed.
Yeah, well, yikes. I thought this was going to be over by now. Didn't think I'd be going down an endless tunnel into darkness. Let's
And you see all these parts of its former victims like strewn across the corridor, and you can't help but see yourself amongst that soon.
Make yourself taste bad.
Turn into a log.
What? What kind of shoony do you think I am? More than 30 feet away. Okay, this is weird, but I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna try to slow it down. How is this different from my cantrip, though?
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Tanglevine, which is a cantrip,
Mm-hmm.
versus one of them is an attack against AC, and one of them is a reflex save.
Huh.
Ugh, man, I don't know. I get the feeling this thing has really high reflex. I might actually be better casting the cantrip. I'm gonna try to hit it with the Tanglevine.
Okay, let's see the flat check.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah, so he's trying to like wiggle his paws around and like conjure up a vine to tangle around this thing's legs, but it just squeezes tighter, and he lets out a snort of pain. Loses that. I've only got one action, so I guess I will try to escape. Just on the off
All
chance.
right. That did have the attack trait, so you're escaping at -5.
Jeez. I mean, I was gonna need a natural 20 regardless, so. What do I even roll for an escape? I guess it's probably in this little pop-up menu, huh? Escape. That's not with that's missing the -5, so it's actually 31.
All right, and that's against its athletics DC. That is not enough.
All right.
And it's Ottardo's turn.
Okay, Ottardo is going to follow after 20 feet. So he can make it here, okay. And then, yeah, it doesn't change anything. So he's going to do defensive advance for the second part. So he's going to be right behind Sandy.
Okay, and as you move into that space, you move into its threat area, so it can do its skittering reposition and moves further into the passage.
Crud. Yeah, he'll do that. Okay, he'll finish his stride. Right, he can still continue that one stride. It's not.
Yep. It
Okay.
just gets triggered as soon as you move into its reach.
All right. And he'll attempt to strike it, then miss, and that's it.
Okay. All right. One action to maintain the grapple. One action to constrict. So, Bark, it's gnashing its teeth, rolling you around in its jaws. Anthony, can you roll that fortitude save there?
Sorry, hang on. Yeah, 1 second.
Fortitude. Oh shit.
Ooh, it's a regular failure, so that's 25 points of damage.
Champion's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So 13 points of resistance.
And a miss. Okay, and then with its third action, it is going to retreat further away. 25.
And I believe that
further.
does trigger from Sandy.
Yep, it should.
Wow.
Misses. 30, 35. There we go. There we are. And then it's Souma.
Okay, I changed my mind. I will make a defense lingering, but no, Bark is too far away from it to benefit from it. So in this case, I will first I will move after everyone. Come on, move.
I would suggest to just move. The waypoint system is very clunky and it takes way longer than it should to do something simple. And you will see that your movement actually gets accumulated as you move during your turn.
There, I think I got it.
So that was 2 strides.
2 strides, and I think I actually can can hit Bark from this, so here we go. This will be Inspired Defense Prolonged. Yes, lingering in position. I mean, it even switches between skills slowly.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
what, crit failure doesn't mean
Well, it
anything
doesn't
bad though. It looks
actually
like
do
so.
anything. It's so no, never mind. So it's the ordinary one then.
Yep. Okay, and then it's Sandy's turn. Sandy has to move 2 strides to get close enough to follow the quick creature.
Oop, sorry, I had my mic down. Is that two? It looks like just one.
No, I think it said, yeah, it's 35 feet.
He has 40 feet speed.
Oh, then I read that wrong. I guess +5 would. Okay, okay. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, maybe +5 is he still has 5 remaining.
I guess so, yeah.
All right.
Oh my god.
Will this be Bart's end? Last
Well, you know
action
what?
for Sandy.
Hey, gonna reroll that.
Ooh. That looks better. And he does 35 points of
Nice.
damage to it. It doesn't look like it has much fight left in it, but with the critical miss, he's
Oh,
not
God.
going to take it out this turn. Bark, you can feel its strength fade, but it's still a mortal or lethal danger here. What do you do?
God, Ottardo's gonna have to hustle up to it. I mean, alright, I won't be stingy with the resources. I'm gonna try to cast the spell again. We'll see if we have any luck. Okay, there we go. He's gonna look down at Sandy. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Sandy, cage match."
What? Oh, yeah.
And he's gonna drop a wall of thorns basically right over the exit to this tunnel.
Okay. So that it can't retreat any further is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And that was 3 actions, so
It's all 3. Yeah.
Ottardo.
All right. It's not super clear. Can Ottardo reach the creature from here?
No, that's around the corner.
Okay, so he would have to move at least up to
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, and they would still have cover from there.
Okay, well, let's see.
That's a miss.
And that's his turn.
Okay, the creature spends an action to maintain the grapple, then spends an action to constrict. Bark, roll that fortitude save. And once again, you succeed. Maybe its strength really is fading. You take half of that damage here, and then
With the reaction
that
from
gets
Ottardo.
yeah,
Mhm.
that gets resisted. But Ottardo misses his reactive strike. And then with its last action, it wants to get away, but there's that wall of thorn in the way, so it instead lashes out at Sandy, who's closest, with one of its legs. Let me double check if Constrict has the attack trait. It does not, so it's full attack damage here. Critical hit. And that is 38 points of damage for Sandy. That's its turn. Souma.
Okay. I think. Okay, it's. Okay. It's near death. Fine. It will switch it. Just kill it. So that's one action, and well, I want to cast heal on Bark, but I'm not sure I can see him. I can see the barest corner of his token, but I don't.
Yeah,
think
but
that
that's
counts.
just because of the way that the walls are set up. You can't actually see him. He's around the corner.
Yeah. So I suppose that's it. Sorry, man. I just kill it, please.
All right, Sandy, will you?
Ah. Die!
There you go.
That's a hit. 35. That's a good hit, but it's still standing and not letting go of Bark. Ooh, it's a miss and a critical miss.
Oh man.
Bark, will you survive one more round?
You leave this all up to me. Um. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try Timber.
Okay.
First, I have to see if I can cast. Okay, I can cast barely. I'm gonna sprout up a tree from
I mean,
that wall of
Yeah,
vines.
hang on a second, because I've been kind of avoiding this for now, but I have to look up if you're actually sharing the space with the creature, because that means that you would also have to save.
Well, can I
Um,
not target a part of the creature that I am not in the space of?
Well, that's the question. It's like, how is that?
I don't think you're usually in the square of the creature that's grappling or that's grabbed you. But
So you
Yeah,
would still remain adjacent to it?
yeah, he's not swallowed, right? Just grabbed.
No, not in that sense. Yeah, I guess you're right. So he'd just be in an adjacent square. So we'll put him here, kind of. Okay. Yep. And you drop a timber. Or well, you succeed at your flat check, barely,
yeah,
but you
drop
do
the
succeed.
timber.
And
Hey,
it
there we
failed.
go. All right, let's roll some not ones. Oh wow, that's even worse than before.
What? That's 4 ones and of 7 dies.
4 ones.
You did
2
ask for
twos.
nat ones.
Okay, my last action is gonna be to bite it back.
Haha. Go for it. What a timely critical. Go for it. Roll that damage. You bite it back, and you're like your tiny little teeth compared to the creature's body sink into its weird alien-like flesh, and you rip out some chunks, and incredibly, like you just maul the thing, and it dies. And you get a hero point for that, because that was badass. Holy smoke! I mean, the others are probably, whoa. Don't mess with Bark.
Yeah.
Bark momentarily looks you know, very wild and vicious. He's got the puppy dog whites of his eyes showing, as his face is smeared with whatever passes for blood in this thing. And then he just like seems to realize, yeah, whatever came over him seems to fade, and he goes, "Plah, plah, 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 plah. Ah, disgusting! Meat! Plah, plah, as he like rolls around on the ground, and he's trying to get all the blood off of him. He's like, fruit, I need fruit.
So you never eat meat?
What? No, of course not.
So, by the way, that is 60 XP for you.
Why would I when I have an endless supply of fruit?
Well, meat tastes good. Not this one, I guess, but you know, chicken and stuff.
Look,
I
you
mean-
can say that all you want, but this was no proof this did not prove your point.
Yeah, and standing in this hallway with like entrails and viscera just everywhere, covering the walls and the floor, this might not be the best place to talk about the culinary delights of flesh. But yeah, you move forward into what must be the creature's realm or lair, but it's a surprisingly clean cavern, fairly spacious. You see in a few spots remains of former meals of the creatures, some Erdefant skeletons, um, dried blood, bits of viscera and entrails. But no treasure hoard, no chests, and no further exits.
Ottardo's just going to check the pile of bones
Bones.
in case there's, some undigested armor.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, you see a couple of things in there. They're similar to the equipment of the Erdefants. There are also all sorts of other creatures, big and small. So it must have just kind of feasted indiscriminately on whatever came by. Definitely some pieces of equipment, but nothing that at this stage would be interesting to you. Nothing magic.
Well, I mean, I guess we will have to just take satisfaction in trying to eat that thing, right? I mean, like if it try to eat us, so we have to reply in kind, maybe. Although,
Mm. Well, I guess we don't really have many other places left to explore. And I guess we need lockpicking equipment, so does that mean
Yeah.
we're going back to town?
Do we even know? We do know how to get out of here, right? Because we do know. We can find our way back up. We just.
well, of course. I mean, I can teleport us right now.
Oh right.
I don't even remember where we came through.
We came through from a tunnel that went through the Drow's base.
That's right. You came down. Well, there are multiple ways how you can get here. You know that there's one way that goes from that lodge at the center of this level where the Caligny lived. There's a spiral staircase that would take you up towards the Hazy Shrine area. And there's also a way to get to the Drow from the level above.
Well, if you guys want to go back, we can go back.
All right.
I'm honestly feeling okay after getting some good fruit salad in me. I'm game to see if we can't figure out what else is down here. But if you want to head back because you want to get some.
I
Well,
think the
unfortunately-
only non-locked paths is the one where we are told to expect a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, the doors where we need to go are locked, and we ran out of keys. So
Okay, fine. We can head back. All the way back.
Right. So that's a teleport.
yeah, I suppose. I mean, we have walked enough in the Darklands for one day, I suppose.
Indeed. All right. And with that, whoosh, you are whisked away into the extra dimensional space and re-emerge. What were you focusing on, Soma?
I think we're gonna go to Atari.
Right, but where in Otari?
The Druid Grove.
The Druid Grove. All right. Um. So let's see. All right. So you shoop, shoop, you reappear right over here, kind of just outside Inkelhall's Manor, um, at the bottom of the cliff, just a little distance away from the Druid's Grove, as the crow flies, but a bit of a walk to get around.
Mm-hmm. It's expected.
Yes, exactly. You would expect to not be exactly on target every time. So what do you do with the rest of the day?
We're waiting for the map to load.
I guess some shopping, lockpicks, some suit of armor. Ottardo
Um,
doesn't have anything in particular he needs.
I mean, we went shopping in Absalom just yesterday, so I think I'm pretty well equipped.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I could just stand to rest a little and, have a little nosh and maybe hang out at the Grove for a little bit. Take a bath, get all that blood,
Yeah.
goo stuff off.
And now you're understanding what we went through in this in these abomination vaults.
All right. So Bark splits from the group to get a little bit of rest and relaxation at the pond. You want to get fresh armor for Soma
Yes.
and replacement toolkit. Yeah. Do you have any particular armor in mind or anything special?
Well, I mean, as a player, I think I will go for the studded leather. Well, Soma herself, well, she can be persuaded probably.
I mean, it's your call. I don't.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember.
Oh, you mean from
where.
from your stash?
No, I mean, I don't
No, you
actually
have no
remember
armor in your stash.
where the armor in Ontario lives, because I think the last blacksmith was arrested. So.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. But
Oh,
there
wait.
is,
I mean, what am I talking about? I'll just ask Yismera to lend me some armor.
That's right. So there's definitely other sources where you could obtain armor, but you say lend, but people will still ask you to pay
Well, of
for
course.
it because
Um,
especially given how the your
quote
last
unquote,
suit of
yeah.
armor ended up. Okay, so I mean, you don't have to go with just straight up basic armor, so you could also get some what is it, a +1 armor or the resilient kind. I think that's well within Otari's level.
I mean, it is within our level, but like we already spent most of our money in Absalom, so from the stash there is our whole party now has like 200 gold pieces, and that's pretty much. Like so, someone will
All
have
right.
to like beg for money from everybody from everyone in the party. So, and normal leather armor she can just buy herself. So she probably will do that.
Okay, so that's 3 gold pieces for the studded leather armor. Just put it on your sheet, and
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
we'll
you
have a stack of maybe 5 spare lockpicks.
Okay, so let's see. Thieves tool. Do you need a fresh thieves toolkit? Did that get removed
No,
from your?
it says in
Oh no,
there
you
that
have a power.
yeah, there is a special item called replacement toolkit lockpicks. So I don't remember how
Replacement
much it
picks.
cost.
There it is. I can tell you. So the replacement picks are 3 silver pieces.
Yeah, well, let's get 5 of them.
Okay. There they are. 2, 3, 4.
And that should be it for Soma, because the rest of the day it would be also like bath, rest, and dinner. Not necessarily in
Okay.
that order.
All right. So you take the afternoon to rest and recuperate. Shall we skip to the next day?
Sure.
All right. There we are, the next morning. You gather somewhat rested from getting a nice bath in the pond or a nice hot tub in the Crook's Nook. But you know what's waiting for you. You can already feel the clammy cold of the caverns deep below the Gauntlight. What do you do?
Uh, well, which of the 2 locked doors do we want to go for? But I think in any case we're going back to the same level, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's still that abomination in that arena that we haven't touched.
Yeah,
It'll be
which
fine.
I'm all for. Which I'm all for dispatching.
I mean, we could wait until Sandy is more, himself.
Sure.
Since we've been saving it for so long, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's kind of like, is it even bothering anyone? Who are we to judge if it's a horrific abomination or just a happy little flesh warp living out its days in an underground vault?
One of those things just tried to eat you.
Oh, I don't think that was a flesh warp. I don't know what it was, but it didn't look like 5 different creatures fused together. It looked like one horrible creature in all of its terribleness.
Oh
Well, regardless, I'll follow your lead because I have no good ideas of my own at this point.
Well, either of the 2 doors. Maybe we start with the newer one. If the 2 are connected, this way we get a little bit of a surprise on our side.
Sure. I'm just thinking about my spells while we go down there, so you go for it. Oh, the only question I have is, are we gonna go after that Death Knight today? Because that's really gonna affect my spell preparation.
I'd be okay with trying it. Souma?
With what?
Trying the Death Knight.
Should we go straight for the Death Knight?
Well, I suppose so. I mean, now at least when we are aware and prepared, we should be able to take him on.
And don't remember, we still have to face the statue. So if you have
Yeah.
something for that,
Hmm.
Let's see. Do I want the fire seeds or do I want? It's kind of a hard call. Maybe I'm gonna. Fire seeds are more about like area denial, but I think I want these. Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay, so
the what's it called? The ledge. We're heading for the ledge.
okay. How are you gonna get there?
Well, we might go all around the lake again and pick up the boat that we left in the mushroom grotto and
Mhm.
sail back in.
All right, that's how you want to do it.
Or we can teleport.
And use maybe use the teleportation circles to get down the levels and then walk the rest of the way.
And then pick up the boat, like walk around the
Yeah.
the lake, pick up the boat, and then make your way over to the ledge. Okay, yeah, that totally works. Just trying to figure out what the situation is. All right, so you make it over there, you land the boat near that ledge, you pull yourself up onto it, and you position yourselves in front of the door, looking expectantly at Soma. Soma. Let's see that roll.
Oh, 1 second, it didn't load yet, I think.
Hmm.
Okay, so firstly, someone will have to use at least one of the things that I have stashed in my inventory. So someone will pull out one of small key, and she will activate it.
Oh, nice. To the key, actually, you gain a +1 to theory checks for 1 minute. The first time you get a success or critical success, you achieve 1 additional success towards opening a lock. Okay, great. And that for 1 minute, pick a lock is 2 actions. Okay, so you can do 1 per round, basically. Okay, all right. So it's good for 10 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the first time you get a success. Okay, gotcha. All right, let's see. I did put a prompt here, so you can use that. And that is a critical failure.
Wow.
And that's why we brought 5 of them.
That's right. Oh, you're starting off with a snapped pick. Poor quality, maybe.
Tick, -1. For some reason it didn't account for sneaky key bonus even though I put on the effect.
Okay, still a critical failure. And another critical failure.
-1. Yeah, okay, third time the charm.
Everything okay over there, Souma?
It's a regular failure.
Thankfully. Is there something else I can slather on myself? Maybe I could drink something, some sort of concoction that make me more dexterous. No.
Maybe we should just try the other door, if this one is too well fortified.
Maybe. I mean,
Oh, I was okay. No, that's fine. I'm sure my spell list will be appropriate for that, whatever that is too. Or hell, maybe it leads back in here. Who knows?
all right. We tried 3 times. It didn't work. Let's try another door then.
At least he didn't set off that explosion again.
Yep.
We were all standing right here.
So you want to go to that set of double doors, or what other door
Yeah.
were you talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
All right. Let me just remove you from here, and then I'll have you show up over here. And there we are. All right, so you make your way over here, and you can try
At first,
your luck.
yes, Soma was already had the experience, so she will actually check if those keyholes have any traps in them.
Okay. You can roll your perception blindly. And you don't spot any hidden mechanisms, but even just like investigating the lock, you realize, oof, this one is going to be at least as difficult as the other one. And immediately you prove yourself right by breaking one of your picks.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that getting 5 of them was not enough.
Are you sure you're okay, Soma? You seem really off today.
Alright, fine, let's see what I have.
Maybe we can, Andy and I, just try to bash it down. I mean, that would announce our presence, but
Yeah. Wait, I mean, does anyone one of you can just maybe hold the light and help out or something? 'Cause I don't actually have any spells that help with lockpicking. What the hell?
well, I know nothing about lockpicking either.
Alright,
What do you say? Try to smash it or not?
I mean, I still have 1 lockpick left, so I might as well keep at it while it lasts.
Yeah, might as well.
Never
Okay.
mind.
Didn't last that long.
Wait a second, a 30's a critical failure? Oh my god. Well, you did your best, Soma. I don't think we were ever getting in there. Okay. Well, it's this or the dragon. or the abomination on the upper floor, or some other tunnels.
I don't know if there's any tunnels we haven't well, there's the one that's going down, but maybe it's not yet time for that.
Oh, okay, fair.
I mean, up to you. We can try that too, or we just I don't know.
Maybe we should at least see what this dragon thing is about. I mean, do we know? Like, we kind of beat the ectoplasmic pants off of Belcora last time we saw her. And I think we were speculating that it might take some time for her to, re-manifest. Do we know any idea how much longer we have before she's back to harass us? Because if she's not around right now, it might be an ideal time to go check out that dragon situation without her interference.
I guess maybe we still have 1 or 2 days of peace.
I mean, it was yesterday, right? I'm not crazy. It was just yesterday, or was it 2 days ago?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was 2 days ago, I think.
2 days, okay.
Well, I don't know how long we have left. It might maybe not no time at all, but
Dragon?
I think it's dragon. We can't get in these doors.
Well, since we're here anyway.
Maybe the dragon has a key.
Maybe.
Maybe dragon is a key.
Yeah. Ottardo is going to try to push the door. He's just going to give it just one attempt.
Okay, so you're really putting your back into it here. Yeah, you can give me an athletics. Or if there is the action here to force it open. The third do. Oh, you really put your back into it, and that thing, it's like it's trying to. It feels like trying to push a wall. It's not moving at all.
All right, dragon time.
Okay.
Are we even prepared to fight the dragon? Where's Birke?
Well, he already went way ahead.
Yeah.
I'm 5 steps ahead of you. I mean, how prepared do we need to be to fight a dragon? You know,
I mean, in the sense of ranged weapons and protection from whatever.
we don't even know what kind of at least we can scout it out, because we don't even know what kind of dragon we're dealing with. You know.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's
It's hard to be prepared when you don't even know what you're actually fighting. So we'll just take a little peek. You know, we won't get tangled up in anything, and I'm sure the dragon will be fine with us just poking our noses in and then leaving.
Well, yeah, speaking of ranged weapons. Wait. Well, I mean, what I'm talking about. Sorry, Tardy. I mean, we have you, and I have the fly spell. We have the best ranged weapon.
Yeah, it's a good point. You're like a homing arrow with a sword on it. Is this the way to the dragon? Does anyone know? This is just a tunnel we found.
Maybe.
Yeah.
By the way, did any of you guys actually can speak draconic language? Maybe we can talk to it.
Can't you?
Well, I have a spell for that.
Right, that's what I meant. No, I can't. I can only speak the wild song.
So you move back into that main area with the mushroom forest, and then find your way through that a little bit further until there's this corridor that shoots off, and it feels like it's circling back around. and you find this area here where hanging streamers of mold dangle from the ceiling. You can see several coins protrude from a shelf of stone to the north.
Coins.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
Sounds
any
like-
idea what kind of mold this is, Bark?
I don't know, but it sounds like dragon horde to me. Where'd Stick go? Stick keeps getting lost. Get out of the wall. I'll try to identify the mold.
Okay. Yeah, give me a survival. Or, yeah, do your recall knowledge. But actually also give me a survival.
Oh, is that not rolled into the recall knowledge?
No, it doesn't seem to have it in there. It only has the nature thing in there.
Um,
But you know what? Never mind. It's fine.
I am a master in
Well-
survival. If that would make things, if that
No,
would benefit.
you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So the mold looks like it's just regular mold, but as you look around, you spot amid the hanging mold bits and dribble of green slime. And green slime being an environmental hazard, essentially, uh, which is it's not really sentient in that sense. It's not really a creature, but it is almost like an ambush predator in that it like how some plants can react to certain triggers, and similarly that slime can react to certain triggers, and it's very dangerous because is highly caustic and can acid burn its victims. And the way that it's hanging between those bits of mold, it looks like it would drip on anyone who would try to pull those coins free that you see up there. Um, you could probably peel the slime off the ceiling without touching it, using your survival skills. But other than that, you should just stay clear from below it to avoid triggering it.
Yeah, let's just let's keep an eye out for that.
Soma, don't you have? Yes.
Yep. Yeah, well, I, as as we discussed it, someone will conjure a mage hand and try to pry one of the coins from the distance and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, you conjure that mage hand, you try to move the coin, but it seems to be thoroughly stuck. It won't come free.
That smells like a trap.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
I mean, back in the day, we used to glue coins to the floor as a prank, but if someone glues coins to the floor in a dungeon, that's a trap.
No, do we want to keep going this way, or I mean, this seems awful suspicious. Why are there coins? What kind of coins are they? Can I get a little? Where's the nearest coin?
They're all kind of around the center of the cavern here, right below that green slime that you
Right.
noticed.
Can I get as close to the coins as possible without standing under the slime?
Yep. So that would be around here.
Okay. Well, this is probably stupid. So I stand there, and as close as I can now, I take a good look at the coins and try to understand what they are and maybe what vintage they are.
Yeah, so you do notice that there's not a whole lot, first of all. There's probably around like 15 silver pieces that are stuck on the floor. And you can see that they are indeed pretty stuck, so you would probably need to chisel them out, or something like that to get them unstuck. But you do notice that they look pretty old.
Park looks to the others. He's like, "This is a weird trap. I mean, they really stuck these things in here, and it's just some silver pieces. Like, I don't know that anyone would be stupid enough to risk their neck over them. I guess if they didn't know about the mold, maybe, but it's not like a hoard or anything."
It is strange, yeah. But if there's a
And-
trap, there's a trapper.
And a reason for the trap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look around. Maybe a couple steps away from the green slime.
Okay.
Get back, stick.
Um,
Not safe for you.
right,
Yeah,
do
can
a
I just do
perception?
a search?
Yep,
Seek?
sure.
I never know which is which. I always get
I guess search. Seek would be creatures.
search.
Search is like hidden treasures and
Let's
hidden
see.
doors and things.
Where's search? Is it an exploration activity? Is that why I can't find
Oh
it?
yes, right. Search actually is the exploration activity which lets you
Seek is just when
seek.
you're looking around. Yeah. That's very roundabout.
Okay, so you look around and it is really not making that much sense to you. It looks like somebody deliberately pushed those coins into the floor or like, embedded them into the floor for some reason, but there's nothing else in this cavern really. It doesn't strike you as much as a trap that was deliberately set up. As I've said, like the green slime is not intelligent enough, and it just kind of has grown naturally from the streams of mold here, and then through natural means found its way over there. It's hard to tell, but it really it doesn't add up. The whole room doesn't really make sense to you.
Yeah, this place just seems like a confusing series of coincidences. I think we're wasting our time here.
All right then.
Okay, so you head back towards the main mushroom forest and find your way further south. It's a good distance south, so basically all the way back to the lodge. And then, as you were told, well, what feels like a long time ago, the dragon's fen starts to the east of the lodge. So that's where you would want to go if you are really willing to go dragon hunting.
It's more like dragon observing, to be fair. Dragon
Right.
watching.
Okay. The group. There you are. Yeah, so as you get this far south, you see indeed the environment change somewhat, and the mushroom forest gives way to a morass of mud. Instead, where you still see thick fungus growing out of that muck, but it's definitely a different kind. None of that bioluminescence anymore. There are clinging vines that make up the floor, and a few boulders protruding from the mud here and there. So it really looks like an underground bog or fen, essentially.
At this point, I think I will actually try to cast the translate spell on everyone.
Man, I really should have prepared that lily pad walk spell today. Who knew?
Well, diplomacy is unlikely, but well, it's better to have an option at least.
Hey, if it's a dragon, at least we can, talk with it. Not like that other thing. Or the other thing before that. Or the other thing before that.
Well, any idea, given the environment, what kind of dragon that might be?
Sure, if somebody wants to recall knowledge.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look. Swampy, mud, fen. I have some ideas, but let's see how smart my brain actually is. Where the heck did it go?
You're not sure, Bark. I mean, you're untrained in Arcana, which would be the most important thing here. Don't think you have any. Nope, you don't have any potential lore, so you don't know. You seem to recall like swamps and dragons. That there are certain kinds that was it green dragons or black or was there a particular swamp dragon kind? You don't really remember.
Yeah, so you see this environment here. Notice all the mud. Well, that's definitely going to attract you a mud dragon, so
Hmm. Yeah.
it's classic, you know. Dragons love certain types of things like you know, different color ones, like different like fire, like you know, plants, things like that. Well, there's mud dragons, so they like mud.
I see.
All right. And as you move into the fen here, you can all roll perception.
Oh,
You can roll openly if you want to. It doesn't matter that much.
why? Because it's initiative.
No. Okay. And Sandy?
Oh, Sandy.
Oh, Sandy, look at you. Okay, Sandy, concealed, Bark, hidden, Ottardo, undetected, Souma, undetected. All right, so a voice rings out, like a deep voice, and it echoes through the cavern in multiple ways, so it's hard to really pinpoint where it's coming from. Although Bark, you have a pretty good idea, and Sandy, you can kind of see the shape in the distance in that something like perched near the ceiling, something big with wings, roughly dragon shaped. And you all hear the voice as it calls out in common, actually. Maybe it has overheard you talking to each other, and it calls out, surface dwellers. That's surprising. Have not seen the kinds of you here in a long time. But I was just thinking about a snack.
Most things around here did not find us very digestible. Hi.
Well, there's only one way for me to find out. It seems to giggle to itself.
You know, if you're looking for a good snack, I make a mean fruit salad.
I don't doubt it, but I'm looking for a bigger bite.
I mean, I can make a lot of fruit salad. Come on, it's from the surface. It's got to be exotic for you. Some fresh fruit. You can't get that stuff down here.
I don't think you know very much about my kind.
Well, sure I do. You're a mud dragon.
What did you call me? And then we can switch over into initiative.
Do you want us to roll separate initiative checks or use the perception?
Yeah, let's use the perception.
Okay.
So you should be able to just hit that button, I think.
Mine should be a 29 actually. If I can edit it or you can edit it because I have the initiative feat. Oh, for some reason it doesn't. There we go.
Okay.
Why is it
29.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Soma, I have Bark, I have Sandy, so we're just missing the dragon, and we're gonna use its stealth. There we are.
Wow,
Nice and
great.
solid. Okay, we're gonna go to the beginning of the round here.
It's really good that we're all, standing so close to each other for safety.
Yes. Always good to die next to a friend. All right. So, those of you who have not yet been made aware of the dragon, you just kind of hear its enraged roar of being called a mud dragon. And you hear its giant wings flap in the distance. And then the first thing that you realize is, oh my god, that thing is huge. Just hearing its wings and its voice, and your knees are starting to get a little weak. Give me will saves, everyone. Different separate squares, I would hope.
Let's see, roll.
Okay, so Soma, you are unaffected by its presence, and so is Barak, and so is Ottardo, but Sandy can't help but be just a little bit frightened. And that is that. Sorry, I did not necessarily think you were going to fight the dragon today.
Neither did I.
I mean, it's not like we went straight for it. Nothing else.
That's right.
We really did try every other thing we could think of.
Yep, you sure did. All right, so you did. Okay, and from its perch, those of you who are aware of its at least its location, maybe even more. So sitting still at its perch, it is flapping its wings a little bit, but more as like a sign of trying to be intimidating and threatening. And then it breathes a spray of acid in a straight line that cuts all the way across the fin here and basically blasts Ottardo and Bark. And I need a reflex save from the two of you.
Why did I not recover my hit points? Reflex save. And stick. Don't forget about stick.
That's right. Stick also needs to save.
Come on, stick. Hey.
Okay, so that's a basic save against these 49 points of acid damage. As you just get inundated, basically, in a wave of acid. And with that, it should now be visible to everyone. Because it's pretty clear where that came from. So everybody can see it. Okay. Hang on here. I'm going to see if I can get that timer
Yeah, I
on
thought
the
you said it
initiative
was
tracker
huge.
somehow. Well, it's large. It's not huge in rules terms. Hang on. Okay. Can I add that to the initiative tracker somehow? I have to provide an image for this? This is ridiculous. Okay, I'll just have to remember it then. That was the dragon. Sandy.
Sandy, well, he is enraged, but is the dragon on the ground or
No,
flying?
that is like perched close to the ceiling.
Okay.
And these caverns here are... how high are they? Of course, why would they mention how high the cavern is when there's a dragon fight going on? They really don't say. Let's see if there's something that would be similar to the main cavern, so maybe they mentioned something there. Okay, they're reaching as high as 30 feet. Cavern ceiling is higher still. Can we get an actual thing here? I will say it's 40 feet high, the cavern.
Okay. I think Sandy will just stride to the side and spend 2 actions to ready an attack for if the dragon gets in reach.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bark.
Yeah. Something tells me we don't want to go charging into the swamp here. Well, Sandy's charging into the swamp. Does it look like the kind of swamp that impedes movement?
So Sandy just took a little stride to the side. He's not really charging in.
Okay. But like, how deep is he in the swamp? Is he like waist deep or just ankle deep or what?
It's more like ankle deep, I would say, so it doesn't seem to impede movement significantly enough to be difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm getting the sense that we probably don't want to be too aggressive, because if the dragon flies away, I don't think we'll be too sad. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to create so out of this like nasty swampy soil, there is going to come like a bubbling as like mud and stuff kind of comes gushing upward, and then it seems to be pushed to the side as crystal clear natural spring water seems to erupt out of nowhere, and kind of flow into this square right beside everyone. And I am casting Healing Well.
Nice.
And it is also shimmering with light, apparently.
Beautiful.
So anyone can spend an interact action to tap into the well's power and recover 48 hit points as long as they're adjacent to it.
Can you draw that somewhere?
Up to 5 times. I guess it's just right next. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I can't make it small enough. It's just in this one square.
Okay. And then it's Soma's turn.
Okay, well, as I said, Soma immediately lost quite a bit of respect for the dragon because, well, it turns out she can summon someone just as big, so that's what she's gonna do. So Soma, like, when Dragon finally reveals himself, she focuses on him a little bit, like narrows her eyes, then like bites her finger and with her own blood draws a summoning rune on her own forehead, like the one she used to wear for, a couple days ago. By this point, and she chants a spell, calling forth a flame drake.
A flame drake. Can you pull that onto the canvas yourself, or do I
Yes,
need to do
I
that?
think so. Was Yep, there we go.
Okay.
And I
And
believe it
it's two
immediately
actions,
gets...
right?
Huh? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I was gonna say it gets 2 actions immediately, right? So
Yes,
you can
I
take
was
them.
about to say exactly the same thing. So yeah. I
Although it
suppose-
does need to save for the frightful presence as it comes
Oh.
into the view.
Unfortunately.
So it is a failure, which means that it will be frightened too.
Okay. Yeah, alright, it's okay. Because he has still has 2 actions for the most important one.
Okay, it breathes fire at the other dragon, who gets to try to save and critically succeeds. So the fire just washes over it or like past it to no effect. That's Soma,
Yep, that was it.
and then it's Ottardo's turn.
This is a bit hard. Are the rocks that we see on the map there for cover, or is it just
They're pretty
decoration?
small, like they're just more like stepping stones, so they wouldn't give you
Okay.
cover,
Okay,
especially
okay,
not from a flying creature.
okay. Ottardo is going to try to reassure everyone that
It'll be all right.
yeah, surely it lives so it can be killed, which seems to somehow work. And then he'll spend 2 actions to also prepare an action, ready an action for if the dragon gets within reach.
Okay. All right, and then it's the dragon's turn. And it'll continue to just belly laugh, and it says, "You dare to summon one of my lesser, distant cousins to fight against me? I shall rip it to pieces." And then he swoops in and unleashes a draconic frenzy against the flame drake. So we have to.
Yeah, GG Flame Drake. It was nice knowing you.
We have 2 claw strikes and 1 horn strike in any order. So let's start with the claws. There's a critical hit.
And I think he's dead. Not that yet.
52 to hit.
That's 52
Oh no,
points
46.
of damage.
46 to hit. Oh my god.
And you can see it just revel in this violence. So there's another claw strike. There's another critical hit.
Now he's dead.
And that's another 52 points of damage. And that should be it, right? So it just disappears when it becomes unconscious, and the dragon just laughed. I didn't I tell you? Now on to you, sorry bunch. And then it's Sandy's turn.
Is it on the floor now?
I mean the oh, did you say how high up it was, the flame drake?
Garnus?
Oh, I actually didn't say, but it probably would have been flying above the mud, so I would say maybe 15 feet.
Okay, so that's where we're putting him.
Okay, so
Or I guess it doesn't have to go down 15. It can go to, let me see, it's reach. Sorry. Claw reach is 5, so that will make it 20 feet high.
all right. Well, Sandy still can't reach it. So he's gonna take one more step and then again ready in action. Ready in attack. Same deal.
Okay. Then it's Bark's turn.
Yeah. Okay. I have lots of ideas. It's a 2-action spell. Yeah. Bark is just setting up shop here. I didn't even intend to do this, and I've never played a character who operates this way. So let's see how well this works. I'm gonna summon a tree of seasons.
Okay.
A little tree sprouts up next to Bark as he's just like, sitting here playing Fortnite, building a base for himself or whatever. And it's gonna sprout up in the spot right behind Ottardo. And he's gonna say, Ottardo, if it won't come to you, you could just chuck some stuff at it. And yeah, this small tree, 4 quarters of it, each representing one of the different seasons, and each of them bearing a different fruit.
Well, how fun is that? And each fruit will explode with a different damage type depending on the season. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And none of it's acid, so hopefully it works.
Okay.
I'll draw something else right here too.
And it's third action for you?
I might tap the healing well preemptively just to make sure that I don't,
Okay.
die.
Soma. Soma?
Sorry, I didn't press push to talk. So, Ottardo, do I launch you in the air or do I launch Sandy in the air?
I mean, Ottardo's most helpful to us when he's close to us.
Yeah.
Bark says entirely
All right.
unselfishly.
Okay, flies touch, so I will need to get closer to. Okay, thankfully it takes at least like it doesn't take like 2 actions to get there, only 2 squares. And so that would be a move action, and as 2 actions cast, she will use Fly and Sword on.
This is for some reason private. There we go.
I clicked on private in the chat for some reason.
So
Okay,
who's that for? Sandy? Sandy's
For
gonna
Sandy,
start
yes.
flying?
I already put it on him.
Okay. So Sandy gets the ability to fly, and then it's Ottardo's turn.
Okay. Ottardo is going to spend one action to swap out his flick mace for a little bottle of lava that he has on him, which he will then throw. Does it work? Can place the center anywhere within 70 feet. I think the dragon is within that. Okay. Can I just put this into the chat? Yeah.
What are you doing? You have some bottled up. Okay, there it
Yeah.
is.
So he has. Well, okay, so that's a success on. Does it show you? I think it should. You should have the damage there. No,
Does it say?
it doesn't say. Okay, but if I do this,
There you go. Okay, so it takes half of that damage. All right, so you chug that bottle of lava at it, and it, I guess it can avoid most of it, but still gets slightly singed.
and that's all 3 actions.
Okay, and then it is the dragon's turn, and it flaps its powerful wings to fly over here, and then it breathes a line of acid once
Oh, of
more.
course.
Reflex save for Sandy, Soma, and Ottardo. Okay, it's a basic save, so Ottardo, you take full, Soma, Sandy, you take half of this. And then it is Sandy's turn.
Right. Well,
I guess sorry. I guess it has to come down here to 5 feet to be able to get all of you in a line. Otherwise, that wouldn't be possible. Okay.
Okay. Well, if it's only 5 feet up, I think that Sandy is just going to charge the old-fashioned way. Yeah. So he does have. No, he's not going to use sudden charge. So he's just going to stride up.
Okay. And as I assume he will strike, but as he tries to strike, the dragon lashes out with its tail and
Okay.
goes slam, critical hit, whips Sandy across the face for 32 points of damage, and it throws him so off balance that he'll take a -2 to his attack roll.
Okay. So he's going to make this a silencing strike.
Mm-hmm.
Let me roll the attack here.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't have it selection. Sorry.
Yeah, 35 is a hit though, even
Ooh.
with the even with the penalty and everything. That's a hit. 26 points of damage. The dragon. Yeah, you slam your holy maul into the dragon. It's a well-timed swing, but it's such a massive creature. It doesn't really seem to do a lot of or make a lot of a difference. I'm not trying to describe damage reduction here. It's just that it's a big stack of hit points.
But it does have a fortitude save to make from the
Yes.
silencing strike.
Yes. And it crit succeeds.
Oh well. So that was Pride Strike, I think, and he has one more potential strike here, and miss.
Okay, close minute. Oh, actually, just almost a crit miss, but fine. Bark.
Right. Well, it's not quite close enough so Bark is gonna helpfully yell, Sandy, get back! That way it's within range for me. Then he is going to Ottardo's pretty badly hurt, so
Ottardo has sources of healing next to him, so he can.
yeah, but you're much more likely to do damage than I am, so I'd rather you spend the actions on your stuff. Come on, let me play healer for once. He's gonna cast another healing spell. This one, Vital Beacon. Oh, it takes a minute. Never mind, he doesn't cast that. He can't cast that. It takes a minute. The well doesn't take a minute, does it? Oh no, the well takes a minute! What? You can't just build a base around you instantly? How long does the tree take? Okay. Okay, the tree's fine. Okay, the well isn't there. I guess I don't have those 13 hit points.
No, the healing well is 3 actions.
It says duration 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, duration 1 minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how long it lasts. Yeah.
Cast time for the Vital Beacon is 1 minute, though. Okay, so that I can't do. All right, I'm not crazy. But what I will do. What's the range on this? 30 feet? Oh man, I have to get closer. Okay, fine. I will pick a fruit from the Tree of Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to advance forward. Do I get to pick which fruit, or is it?
I think you get to pick, yeah.
I need to find the spell again. Okay. Pop it out. And then, each field, a creature can interact to pluck one of the pods and can then either throw it up to 30 feet. Yeah, separate interact. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunately, I can't hit it from here, so I will pick the electricity because I don't think it's resistant to that. And then I will march forward.
Power of Spring.
The power of spring compels you. and I chuck the thing at the dragon.
All right.
Far enough that it doesn't hit Sandy, because it's a 5-foot burst.
Gotcha. So it tries to save against that.
Can I make this post?
And succeeds. But it's a basic save, I would assume. Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
it is
basic save.
So it's 25 points of damage halved.
All right. It takes those 12 points of damage. Souma.
Okay, so since Bark is going to be the healer, so someone can switch into something else. I mean, all my
Don't rely on me
damage-
too much. Vital Beacon was my big healing plan. I can't actually do that, so.
Yeah, all my damaging spells are fortitude saves, and that thing, casually shrugged off the DC 30. So like, it's all bad. So in this case, okay, let's turn on Inspire Defense. Let's make it lingering. Come on, switch. Okay, that now it will last for 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And?
oh, yeah. And Okay, let's try this one.
Okay, so you target the creature, one living creature. The target is overtaken. Okay, let's see. It's gonna try to save. It is a success, but it starts laughing. And it can't use reactions. And that tail lash definitely was a reaction, as you know. So
Oh, yeah.
not bad. Ottardo.
All right. Ottardo is going to touch the what's it called? The well, the
It's a
healing
healing
well, which is 4d8, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Hopefully you get more out of it than I did.
Well,
A little bit more.
and then he will stride forward once and raise his shield, and that's his turn.
Okay. The dragon's turn comes up, and it, with its laughter, launching into that draconic frenzy is even more terrifying as it continues to chuckle. And it'll do claw strike number 1, crit miss.
Ooh.
Claw strike number 2,
Oh my god.
crit miss. What? 2 natural ones in a row.
I was gonna say it's natural 1 misses by 2. Oh my god.
And Jaws miss. It is mad, but it's still laughing. And then it takes flight up here. That will trigger from Sandy, I'm sure.
Yep.
Okay, so he does 35 damage to it as it flies away. It's certainly not fleeing, nowhere near that. It's kind of like flying and then swooping around again. You can see it's coming back for another attack, but it is 30 feet high at this point. Sandy, then it's your turn.
I'm back for an attack. So you're saying it's clearly looking like just it's what's the word? Making a run up?
Well, I just wanted to make clear that it was taking flight, but it's not fleeing from you. It's just
Okay.
moving, and it's not leaving the combat.
Well, Sandy is very, very tempted to just rush after it, but
He can
would
fly.
you-
He's Sandy. He's gonna take the opportunity to punch a dragon in the face.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't over strategize here.
Yeah. All right. So that is what he will do, and he will make it a sudden charge because
He has a
let's
fly
see the
speed. He can certainly do that.
distance.
No reaction because of the giggle fit, so he can just make his attack unhindered, unimpeded.
And which one is the elevation? Okay, and I guess he will go at least 25 feet up to be able to reach it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
Oh,
Oh.
goodness.
And that's it.
Bark.
You're making this real hard, Sandy. I set up a defensive line.
He's gesturing back to the tree and the the well. He's going to head back.
He's like, stay here.
He's gonna head back to the tree and he's just gonna start plucking armloads of fruit. He's just gonna grab the he's gonna grab the winter one and the summer one.
Okay.
That's his turn.
All right, Souma.
Well, this guy seems to have tried to do to attain strategic position, thinking that we won't hit him there, but little does he know that Souma still has spells of 5th level open, and one of them is 120 feet long.
Nice.
So she spends
Special.
all 3 actions to cast magic missile, because I mean,
So you're not sustaining the laughter.
yeah, but
Oh.
sorry, I will cast laughter next time better, okay?
Okay. All right. And there go the magic missiles. Or the force barrage.
Yes. Okay, I will pop them out. Roll damage, and that's 3 missiles per action, right? So it should be 9 of them.
That's right. 94 plus
9?
9.
Yeah.
Plus 9. Force damage. No, wait, it's extra 8 because I already have one there. I think it should be this.
It's missing something at least.
What's the bit asset there?
I think it's one. I've clicked it by accident.
Okay, so this is 94 plus 4 right now. So I'll take that damage and then I'll take an additional 5 because it should have been 94 plus 9. And I see that because it was okay. All right. You pummel it with your force barrage, and then it is Ottardo's turn.
Oof, and Ottardo is very split. Well, he can't even reach the dragon anyway. Well, okay, he is going to lay hands on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And
Healing dragon, how nice.
what?
It was just that you're still at a target, that's why.
Oh, I think. Oh, okay. He does have 2 actions remaining.
Did you apply the healing to yourself?
Oh, you're right. Wait, why not? Okay, now it is. Okay, sorry. Well, he is thinking, can he get under Sandy to protect him, or should he just ready an attack? I think he has to go near Sandy. So he's gonna spend his next 2 actions. No, he can't even get Sandy because Sandy is 25 feet in the air, right?
Yep.
And the aura is only 15. Okay, so he is going to ready an attack if the dragon gets within reach, which it likely won't. But I think that's the play.
All right. And the dragon like tucks its wings to drop down a little bit and then swoops under Sandy to get into position over here. When that is with 1 fly, because it has plenty of it. And it goes all the way down to 5 feet above the floor. And at this point, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Another blast of acid that it sprays out of its mouth. Just reflex save for Ottardo, Souma, and Birke.
Oh, we keep setting ourselves up.
Nicely, I have to say.
It's hard not to get a line of at least 2. I'm gonna spend a hero point on that.
I mean, I think by definition a line is always possible with 2.
Yeah. It's a...
Um,
I'm gonna
okay,
hero point on.
all right.
There we go.
Okay, so that's half of that damage for you, and Soma, you take no damage from that. And that was its turn, Sandy. I guess Sandy should have
Hold on.
yeah.
Hold just 1 second. So you can see the aura for Ottardo, right?
Yes.
Would you say that the dragon is within it, at least somewhat?
What are you trying to do?
Because if the dragon is within it and he damaged... Oh, he damaged Birke, not Soma. Sorry, so Ottardo can't use the reaction.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. But I think Sandy would have had a reactive strike as the dragon, moved past him.
You are right, yes. All right.
Okay, that's a regular hit. So he does manage to bonk it for 30 points of damage. Ooh, that's actually like smashes its head for 30 points of damage. But it nevertheless makes it over there to breathe acid all over his friends, and then it's his turn.
Okay, and the charges. That's 20 feet.
Flying charge, kind of swooping down.
Yeah, 20, and then he's going to... Sorry, he is at 25, and then if he wants to make it... ...25 and 25... Would 40 feet of movement be enough?
Yeah.
Alright. To get level with the... Or at least 10 feet up is enough? Okay. Alright, so he makes it over there, and then he's going to attempt another silencing strike.
Yeah, for every 5 feet of movement, you can drop down 10 feet. So you're good on that. And you strike the dragon for 23 points of damage.
And the fortitude save.
Yeah, it is definitely bleeding. Silencing strike, you're right, crit succeeds.
And one more.
Ooh,
Nice.
would that be the end of the dragon?
Stupid lizard.
Oh man, so close. Like it's a brutal swing. Everyone in that cavern, like the crack of the dragon's skull echoes through the chamber, and you think that you have overcome this magnificent beast. But with half of its face kind of like hanging down, its eyes squashed, blood everywhere, it still rears its head, fighting on.
Could it potentially fall prone here?
It is technically still flying. What was it again about prone and flying? There was something about that.
I think it just said that you can, contrarily to first edition where you couldn't, I think.
Yeah, I think you fall when you go prone, right? Yeah, but it crit succeeds, so.
Okay.
no
Anyway.
worries.
Kill it,
Okay,
Birke!
then Birke.
Alright, I think this is gonna work because I can throw these things up to 30 feet and it's 35 feet away, but it has a 5-foot burst. So I think it should just be within my range, right?
Yep. I think
Okay.
that's right.
Birke sees this thing come flying over and it blasts him with acid right in his face. He's wiping it off of his muzzle. And he sees Sandy come over and hacking at the thing. He's just looking at this dragon. He's like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." And he is going to take the last seed off of the tree and throw it as part of that interact action. Then he's going to use his last 2 interact actions to throw the other 2 seeds and bombard this thing with the power of the seasons.
All right.
It has to make 3 reflex saving throws.
All right. Um, let's see those. Where's the prompt? Tree of Seasons, there it is. Just pop that out. Okay. 3 of them, you say?
Yep.
Here's the first one. Fails. Let's see that damage.
Winter. 17
Okay.
points.
So as you all, like I said, like you hear that cracking of its skull as Sandy's critical hit smashes half of its face, and it like brings its long neck around like roaring in pain, and its one remaining good eye just sees that pod coming flying towards it as it smashes into its face, erupting with the power of winter and completely freezing over its skull for a split second, and it drops to the ground, shattering its head, and the dragon is dead. And Bart just keeps tossing.
You never know.
You never know, that's right. But in this case, the dragon does not rear its head again. It just lies there in the mud. Now truly a mud dragon.
What do you mean
And-
truly? Like it wasn't a milk dragon?
And you realize you have beaten the dragon. And wasn't there always something about dragons and hordes? We'll find out next time.
Unfortunately, it's just going to be a mud horde, so we should leave.
Mud horde. Yep. All right, that's another 60 XP for you.
Wow. This was as many XP as that stupid other thing we fought? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I think dragons are generally undervalued because people think that parties come prepared, because dragons are usually like
A big deal.
they're quested for, so you know that they're coming, and I think that's somewhat factored in. Because like a random aberration can get really tricky if you don't know that it's gonna get you. All right, that was good timing. That was also good good play here. I mean, yeah, with the line, you really can't avoid 2 people, and the third person is kind of unlucky when that happens. But Sammy being able to fly, that made a huge difference. Huge difference. I guess that's the high level play, or I guess we're mid level, but yeah, cool. But I do like. I mean, we talked about this a little while ago, and just to lift the curtain a little bit here, I keep bumping creatures to elite when I feel like it would otherwise be pointless to even have that encounter, and that was one of those situations. And it does really nicely give them a little bit more hitting power, a little bit more staying power, just to make it more interesting without completely, tipping the encounter. So
Mm.
I think that felt right in terms of difficulty. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you
All right.
all, and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week.
Cool.
See you.
See you.
Bye.